So they're the factory headlights, and oh my gosh! Whoa! Welcome back to JB Reviews. I have a 2024 Ram 2500, and this has the upfit, which is known as the AEV Prospector XL. The truck has 40-inch tires and 17-inch wheels. The Bilstein XP 8100 series shocks. The AEV bumpers with brush guard, and the worn winch rated for 16,500 pounds with a synthetic cable. And you can't forget about the rear bumper with the rock rails. And of course it has the light pods, and they do come with covers too, but I took them off so we can do this test. You have these lights, which are an aftermarket upgrade, and you have the ones out back in the bumpers, and of course they did add this marker, which is LED. Now I flipped the truck around so you guys can see these mountains in the background, and let me just say it, this truck looks so menacing. And as you guys know, Ram added this Sport Performance hood to the package back in 2024 or 2023, I can't remember now, but it just completes the look. Absolutely menacing. Now you have 4 off-road lights. I call them light pods because I don't know, I just like the way that sounds, but 2 of them are on auxiliary 1 and the other 2 are on auxiliary 2. Now out back, these lights, which are on each side of the bumper, are on auxiliary 3. So all you have to do is put the truck in the run position, and let's go ahead and turn on auxiliary 1. Hopefully you guys can see that. Oh my goodness. These lights are so stinking bright. Now, just take note, the headlights nor fog lights are on, okay? It's just these outer 2 lights here. Look at how bright, oh my goodness. Look at how much light gets put on the ground with just those 2. And you have 2 more. Like, you cannot drive down the highway with those on. Like, they are so bright. They are literally just for out here in the mountains. This is crazy bright. Now let's go ahead and jump inside, because I want you guys to see just how bright the lights are. You ready for this? Check this out. Now here's the other 2 pods. So the center obviously gets lit up, so let's go ahead and turn these off. That's the inner lights there, and then those are the outer lights. Crazy bright. So there it is with both lights on. Now my camera does dim it down just a little bit, but they are super bright. Now here's a quick look at them. I can't even look back because it's just too bright. But yeah, that is insanity. Wow. And then out back, here are the other lights. They look like rigid lights, by the way. And they're just good for backing up if you're out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, this is basically an overlander. Now, these are super bright, but they're not nearly as bad as the front ones. And they still provide, obviously, the reverse lights on the tail lights, but these would just help because it shines that light down low for you. And I will say, if I were to get another Ram, I probably would consider getting the bumpers from AEV. I mean, they look absolutely amazing. But yeah, there's just one more look at that light. Now what I'll do is I'm gonna wait another 30 minutes. It's only 9:11 right now, so we need another, I say, 20 more minutes, and it should be completely dark out here, and we'll just drive around with the lights on out here in the field, because like I said, on the highway or on any public roads, you will absolutely cause an accident with these lights. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer to them. But you can see there's 2, 4, 6, 7 LED lights. And on the back here, they do have like these bars here. This should act as like a heat sink because they do get really hot. Really hot. So it's kind of fluctuating all over the place, but I saw 170 degrees at one point on these lights. So here are the headlights, okay? These are the reflective housings, and here are the pods 1, too. Do you see how bright that is? What do you need your headlights for? Like, if you were like out in the middle of nowhere, don't even turn your headlights on. They're so bright. Here, let me just turn off the headlights, that way you guys can see without those on. Like, they're still so bright. Insane. You guys can see here, as I mentioned, you can see how bright those lights are. Even like on the side there, you can see them come on. The reverse lights are on, so even with those on, they make no difference against these. Like, they're so bright, and they shine that light down below too. So here is the factory headlights and fog lights. One thing I'll mention, Ram has the best fog lights. Look how far out the fog lights go on both sides, like insane. And there's two types of LED headlights. These are reflective style. When you get the Longhorn and limited trims, they have the projector style, but believe it or not, these are actually a little bit brighter. Now, do you know how to turn off the headlights? Is that dial over there? Okay, perfect. So here you guys go. This is going to be the auxiliary 1 and then auxiliary 2. So turn the headlights back on. So you guys see just how much brighter these lights are. So that's just the outers and then inners right there. This is the inners by themselves, and then this is the outers, and then this is them together. So there is a ton of light. So I'm gonna go ahead and step outside so you guys can see. I'm gonna have you drive forward. So this is just, oh, I got a little bit of a out of focus there. There we go. So this is just the light pods. They are insane bright. I mean, look how much light they have and how far down it shoots it. And like I said, these are just for out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, you cannot use these on the highway. I stress it so much because I'm serious, like I'm looking down because of how bright it is. So here are the back lights. They are really bright. And what's good about these lights too is if someone's tailgating you, you can give them something to think about. Just kidding. Don't do that. That is really good lighting. But I hope you guys liked the video. This is definitely a really cool truck, and I definitely recommend, if you are planning on building one, to add the light pods on the front for sure. I mean, especially if you live off in the middle of nowhere, if you have a cabin, if you have a farm, these are just really good lighting. And of course, Ram has good lighting too, so they just go hand in hand. See you guys soon. One last thing, my wife is gonna flash the high beams. Did you flash them? Yep, can't even tell. Later.